Well, and good evening, baseball fans. Welcome to another edition of NDBA Game Day Live. My name is Corey LeBlanc, at That One News Guy on Twitter. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your Saturday night to come sit in with us for this game between the Alliance and Cobras. This is a meaningful game for just the St. Catharines Cobras. A win definitely helps them in the overall standings, but they'll need a win Tuesday night against the Anchors if they want to leapfrog them in the overall standing. So the opening pitch is a strike from Reed Ackland to Drew Chappelle. And we're underway. A rare Saturday night start here at George Taylor Field. Chappelle grounds it softly and the throw gets away. Matt Scooble playing shortstop tonight for St. Catharines. Oh, sorry, that's Owen Narhi over there. So some last-minute changes to the lineup, it appears. Looks like Matt Scooble playing second base, so. So Narhi with the error to kick things off. Drew Chappelle down to second base. So we got ball one now. May hear some beeps coming from me tonight, trying to multitask the scoreboard and keep score and do everything else. Shot down the right side, foul. This is Cole Cote, the left fielder tonight. Comes in batting .389 in just 18 at bats. Although he's got 7 RBI to go along with that mark. Pops this one up down the right side, and this will be playable. Although tough one over there for Joe Meisner. He makes the grab and throws it back in time to keep Chappelle at first base. Great play over there by Meisner. He had to go over the top and make the basket catch. So Cote retired, and now we got Mark Fusco, the catcher, number 16. Mark's batting .321 this year and 53 at bats. First pitch is a shade inside from Reed Ackland. Well, we got a second. We will bring you the starting lineup for the Merritton Alliance tonight. Nice and clean, no fancy lineups tonight. Drew Chappelle, Cole Cote, and Mark Fusco are the 3 batters we've seen so far. Also got Dave Davidson, Tyler Goss, Curtis Haggard, followed by Chris Sawatsky, who's in right field tonight. C. Maurice is DHing, and Mateo Raimondo at shortstop. Notice if you are a fan of the Merritton Alliance that is a very strange looking lineup, especially on the left side of the field. Or more so in towards the middle of the field. Haggard and Drew Chappelle don't typically... Haggard and Raimondo don't typically man the middle of the field for Merritton, but... Two and two to Mark Fusco. Chappelle is at second base. There's one out in the inning, and Fusco shoots that one into right field, a base hit. Gonna plop down in front. Drew Chappelle wisely holds up. Fusco is aboard with one down in the top of the first inning. Merritton looking to jump quickly on the Cobras here tonight. They did so in last night's win over the Expos. That game guaranteed their home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs. Expos and Alliance is, as of right now, the only matchup that is set in the NDBA. And the Welland Pioneers bye is also assured. Runner going. The throw from Gaznik. And now it's going to be a play at the plate, but the throw back from Nari is way offline. Mark Fusco is going to try for third, and he's going to get there without a throw. About 1-0 Alliance. One out in the inning still. This is popped up from Dave Davidson and going way back. This is gone. Well, Chris Habjan pulled up at the fence a wee bit, and I think Dave Davidson knew off the bat that that one was out of here. It's a 2-run shot. Davidson's 3rd home run of the year has the Alliance up 3-0 here in the early going. So first pitch ball to Tyler Goss now. There's a lot going on tonight with the scoreboard and everything else. I may relinquish that job. Big swing and a miss there, 1-1. On the ground, foul down the right side. Tyler Goss coming in 444. Batting average on the year, 27 at bats for Goss. You can't quite figure out the scoreboard. Cut on and miss, strike 3. Tyler Goss sat down quickly there, 2 down. First pitch falls in for a strike. Reed Ackland working quickly so far tonight and punishing the strike zone at that. Popped him up. Sliding to his left, Matt Skubal. He's going to drop it. Well, Skubal had a tough play on the run there. And whenever a second baseman goes to his left, you know he's going to have to make some kind of acrobatic play. And it looked like he was going to trap it in between his glove and his bare hand. And it just slid in between both parts. Call that a base hit for Haggard. And the inning continues. Runner goes. Gaznick, the throw is low. And it's going to bounce into center field. Stolen base for Haggard. And he'll take 3rd on the E2. And now he's just 90 feet away from the 4th run of the ball game. Inside. 2 balls and a strike. Ackland shoots downstairs. 3-1 to Chris Sawatsky, sorry. And he loses them. So Ackland getting knocked around a bit here in the top of the 1st inning by the Merritton Alliance, and now Ryan Gaznick going to go out and have a chat with his pitcher. Alliance scored 14 runs last night against the Expos. Which was a new season high for them. Sorry, 13 runs. It's still a season high. Previous high was 11 against the Cobras back in June. Ackland steps off. He's going to check on Sawatsky. Haggard's over at third base. There are 2 out in the inning. And this is Steve Maurice now. Takes the first pitch strike. That one bounces in the dirt, 1-1. Between pitches, I'm trying to figure out how to add the score. Everything was so clear before we started here tonight. Now I'm not sure anymore. Swung on and missed by Maurice. 1 ball, 2 strike. Maurice coming into play tonight, batting .277 and 47 at bats for the Alliance this year. DHing tonight with Mark Fusco doing the catching on the ground. It's going to stay fair, and Joe Meisner will just pick it up and run to the bag to end the inning. Alliance strike 3 times. 2-run shot by Dave Davidson has them on the board. To the bottom half we go. Stick with us through the break. Maybe I'll figure out the scoreboard. And welcome back, baseball fans, to the bottom of the first inning. I figured out the scoreboard in between innings. It actually isn't terribly difficult. I just haven't worked one of these scoreboards in a long time. We got it all sorted out, and we're back now for the home half of the first. Cobras looking to dig into that early 3-0 deficit, and they'll have to deal with the hard-throwing Zach DeCare. Give you the what on Zach DeCare. This is his first start of the season. He's appeared in 8 games, 11 innings. He's allowed 11 earned runs for an even 7 ERA. 16 base on balls in those 11 innings. We know the story on Zach DeCare. He throws hard, but it's a little bit all over the place. And he gets the start tonight. The Alliance do not have a terribly deep bench. In fact, I was talking with Steve Maurice before the game, typically a catcher. He says he's the number 3 tonight. So I saw DeCare, and I also saw Chris Heckley. Maybe a Dave Davidson game. Who knows? Hot shot past the sprawling Raimondo for a base hit. Cobras are on the board early. Colin Donnelly, leadoff single. Well, and before we see Owen Nari take a pitch, we'll quickly drop you the Cobras lineup. Again, no fancy lineups tonight. We had no time. Colin Donnelly leads things off and is in left field. Owen Nari at second. Actually, he's playing short tonight. Steve Derry's at third. Ryan Gaznick is catching. Joe Meisner at first. Matt Skubal is not at short. He's at second, so that was the flip. Cole Stewart's manning center field. Chris Habjan in right, playing his third game of the season for the St. Catharines Cobras. And Reed Ackland is pitching and also doing some hitting tonight. Both teams are scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of personnel tonight. DeCare steps off, and Davidson cannot cleanly handle the throw. He's keeled over in disbelief. He can't believe it. Obviously not injured on that play, but Owen Nari reaches safely with the bunt. So the Cobras looking to play a little bit of small ball. And it works out in their favor. They got 2 runners on, nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Keep the line moving now for Steve Derry. Derry's batting a modest .217 on the year, a little bit below what we call the Mendoza line. A hit in the game the other night, the 2-1 loss against the Beamsville Yellow Jackets, though. Cobras have lacked on offense all season long. Inside on Derry. Stonewall taking Derry off to the side and telling him to be smart. This is an important part. An important game tonight for the St. Catharines Cobras. Every win counts in these last 2. That one gets away from Fusco. And it will allow Donnelly and Nari to move up an extra 90 feet. Runners at second and third now, one out. Or sorry, nobody out. Three balls to Derry. DeCare struggling again early on. Focuses up and finds the zone. Strike one. Cobras dropped a 2-1 decision on Thursday night in Beamsville. Down low, ball 4. So the bases are juiced, nobody out. Good opportunity for the Cobras to snap back after allowing 3 runs in the top half. Cobras have only scored 1 run in each of the last 3 games, and they've gotten 2 or less runs in 9 of 22 this year. The lowest runs per game by a long shot. Talk to the team. They know that they have to perform better. But whatever it is, they can't seem to shake it. They say they're snake bitten, which is appropriate given their namesake. Here's Ryan Gaznick, batting .250 on the season, which is amongst the highest on the team. 11 RBI for the cleanup hitter for St. Catharines, often in the 4 spot for them. Takes the ball down low. DeCare's got to focus up here now. The base is loaded. Got to start throwing some strikes. That one's away. Charging home is Colin Donnelly, and he will score. Make it 3-1 Alliance now. Still nobody out in the inning. So Nari to third, Gary to second on the play. Still 2 runners in position. 2 balls and a strike to Gaznick. Good looking pitch in there for strike 2. And if you're a Cobras fan, you're liking the early offensive production from this team again. Only managed 1 run in each of the last 3 games. In the dirt. And the count's full against Gaznick now. DeCare still looking for his first out here in the bottom of the first. Fusco sets up a bit outside. Gaznick turns on one, sends it into left field. Coming on Chappelle, and he makes the grab. Sorry, that's Cole Cote. Tagging up Owen Narhi, and he will score, make it 3-2. So sac fly RBI for Ryan Gaznick. There's 1 down in the inning, and Joe Meisner stands in. Meisner's batting 146 on the year, 44 at bats. Meisner's been a lot more productive than that in past years. In fact, last season he bat .432 in 16 games for the Cobras. So a down year for Joe. Despite their offensive struggles, the Cobras actually playing very good defense and holding teams to limited runs. They're staying in ball games. That one missed. Three balls, no strike to Joe Meisner. First base is unoccupied, and we have Steve Derry over at second. In there for a strike. That's the funny thing about DeCare, is he seems to be able to throw the strike when he needs one, but is often finding himself down in the count, especially in the early going tonight. 3-1. Upstairs, ball 4. Couple of walks given up from DeCare already tonight. So now here's an interesting starter, Matt Skubal. He's in the game at second base tonight. He's taken only 5 at-bats this year. He's got no hits. Skubal in the lineup tonight out of necessity. The Cobras only have 10 men down in the dugout. Skubal on the ground. Mateo Raimondo is going to bobble for a minute. He's got to throw strong, and he does. 2 down. That ended up being a much closer play. At short, Raimondo kind of bobbled it, but he recovered nicely, and there are 2 down in the inning. Here comes Cole Stewart. number 22 for the Cobras in white. Playing center field tonight. Comes in batting .233 on the year, 3 RBI. Pops this one. It's going to bloop. Curtis Haggard coming on, and he drops it. Miscue from Haggard. And it's going to cost him. This game is now tied. And boy, that's a play that Haggard needs to have. It's already an error in the inning by the Merritton defense. And that one's going to blow the morale. Here comes Chris Habjan wearing blue. Runner goes. And no throw from Fusco. Stolen base, Cole Stewart. They mentioned off the top, Habjan in right field tonight. It's just his third start of the year for St. Catharines. He's at 5 at-bats and no hits. In the dirt, good block by Fusco to keep the runner at third. That's Joe Meisner standing over there. Cobras erased the early deficit. Big swing and a miss from Habjan. Shot down low. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, 2-2, sorry. Habjan wearing 22 in blue, despite the Cobras wearing white tonight. Still does not have a white jersey. Popped up left side, that's going to go foul out of play. And we'll redo the 2-2. DeCare fires, and that's a bit outside, full count. Habjan trying to bust this game open. The 3-2 outside, ball 4. Third walk issued by Zach DeCare in this inning. And it keeps it alive. Cobra's doing all this damage on one hit, and it was the leadoff batter, Colin Donnelly. So what do you do here? Seymour Reese is out to talk to DeCare. And as I mentioned before, there's not very many arms down there tonight that can pitch. For Merritton, you got Mark Fusco, who's catching tonight, as an option. We saw Chris Heckley down there. We also know Dave Davidson can pitch, although it's been some time. Aside from that, I think Curtis Haggard throws, but not this year. Mateo Raimondo has tossed 34 innings this season, but he pitched last Thursday against the Beamsville Yellow Jackets, so it could be a little bit too soon. So there's the pitcher now, Reed Ackland. Cobra sending 9 batters to the plate in this inning. The bases are loaded once again, but there are 2 down this time. So Ackland could put himself, or give himself, an early lead if he reaches here. Cuts on that one and fouls it off. 1-1. Colin Donnelly, you see at the bottom of your screen there, he's on deck and started this inning off with a single. Ackland's batting 157 on the year, 15 at bats. Cuts on that one and misses strike 3. So the Cobras erase the 3-0 deficit. Clap back with 3 runs of their own. That's how we stand through 1 inning. 3-3 when we come back. Top 2. Stick with us through the break. And welcome back, baseball fans, to the top of the 2nd inning. The score is Alliance 3, Cobras 3. Beautiful night here at George Taylor Field. Once again, the weather in Niagara has treated us very well this summer. We had a little bit of rain early on last week, but it's been gorgeous since then. Glad to have you here on this Saturday night. Thank you for taking the time out with us tonight. Honestly, I thought I would have 0 viewers all night. So thanks for tuning in and listening in on us here. It's been a good, entertaining ball game so far. Reed Ackland is taking on Zach DeCare on the mound. And this is the first at bat for Mateo Raimondo. Playing short tonight, batting .222 on the season coming in and just 27 at bats. Raimondo pokes it up over the shortstop. Owen Nari, a base hit. Makes a hard turnaround first, and he's going to hold up there with a leadoff single. May hear a bunch of beeps coming from me tonight, and that's because I'm trying to run the scoreboard and do some announcing and produce a show. And we're doing all of it tonight. Having a good time. I'm actually finding it to be a little bit easier as the game goes on. Ackland checking on Raimondo over there. He is a threat to run. Raimondo is pretty quick. Does steal his fair share of bases. Ackland's very concerned with him so far as he checks on him twice. I moved the camera also in between innings. I don't know if that made much of a difference, but now you can see the pitcher clearly. He's not obstructed behind a pole anymore. Ackland fires towards home and misses. Ball 1. Lee Richards cheering on the Alliance in the chat. Hi Lee, thanks for joining us tonight. Poised to be a good ball game here tonight. Raimundo's going. That one pulls Scooble off the bag and he can't recover. Tough play for Matt Scooble at second base, E4. It's the second time tonight Chappelle has reached by virtue of an error. But I think Raimundo going on the pitch kind of fooled them. Scooble, again, not used to playing in the field. That is Owenari's base. Now we've got Cole Cote. Popped up down the right side, and it was fielded well by Joe Meisner in the first inning. That one's going to miss upstairs, 2 balls. Cote coming in 389 on the season. This is his rookie year. Hammers that one back up the middle, a base hit. Under the diving glove of Owenari. Raimundo got the wave at first, and now a play at second, and diving back in is Chappelle safely. RBI single for Cole Cote. Make it 4-3 Alliance now. Chaos ensuing on nearly every play tonight. So Raimundo scores, Chappelle down to second base, and now Mark Fusco stands in. Fusco singled and scored back in the first inning. He scored on the towering 2-run shot by Dave Davidson. Shot missing upstairs. Ackland's throwing well tonight, but not getting the results that he's looking for. Gaznick the throw down to second, and I don't think he had a shot at that one. It's off the glove of Scooble into center field, and to score, Drew Chappelle. 5-3 Alliance. Not really seeing the defensive prowess that we're used to from the Cobras tonight. They're booting the ball quite a bit tonight. And I think that starts and finishes with the fact that they have their, well, they don't have any usual suspects in their infield right now. Shot in for a strike. Steve Derry's, who's over at third base, is usually their second baseman, so. Loses Mark Fusco. Now runners at first and third, nobody out here in the second inning, and Stonewall Jackson's going to come out. Well, Reed Ackland was supposed to come in relief tonight. I think he was told about 15 minutes before the game that he was going to start. And so this was always meant to be a short outing. You can see Dave Davidson hanging out on the bottom of your screen. He's already got a 2-run home run tonight. Now he's got runners on the corners this time. So the huddle begins to disperse on the Cobras mound. Reed Ackland is still standing in the middle of it. So everyone on the same page now by the looks of it. There's nobody out in the inning still. Dave Davidson already a couple RBI in this one. Just gonna quickly check on Fusco over at first base. That was a bit of a sneaky play. Couldn't really tell if the play was even back on yet or not. Fusco faked like he was gonna go and doesn't. Outside, ball 1. Coming into tonight, Davidson batting .273 in 44 at-bats. It's in 4 of his last 6. He's starting to turn it around. This one's going to foul back out of play. And land actually just to my left over here. Davidson's 3rd home run of the season came back in the first inning. Shot right to Matt Skubal. He can't handle it. Going first to third, Mark Fusco. He rounded second with a purpose, and the tough afternoon continues for Matt Skubal over at second base. RBI single for Dave Davidson, make it 6-3 Alliance now. Still nobody out in the top of the second. And we keep going for Tyler Goss. I want a bouncer, Fusco holding, but Davidson not. He's going to make his way to second on the wild pitch. So again, Ackland having a bit of a rough go here in this half inning. But the defense doing them no favors. That one lands in for a strike, 1-1. Goss pops up. Nari didn't really get a good look at it off the bat, and it's going to plop about 2 feet to his right. Base hit for Goss. And it's 7-3 now Alliance. RBI number 7 on the year for Goss. Fusco in to score. Davidson down to second base. That one's going to bounce in front of Gaznik. And the runners move up again. So Gaznik out to talk to Ackland now. They need him to get through this inning somehow. Something's got to give here for the Cobras. They need to get an out. Alliance have sent 6 batters to the plate, 4 hits, a walk, and an error. This on the ground. Should be an easy play for Skubal, and he manages that one. 1 down. Another run does come across. So make it now 8-3 Alliance. 5 runs in this inning for the away team. This will bring up Chris Sawatsky. Sawatsky walked back in the first inning and was stranded there. Stranded at first base, rather. Comes in batting $185 on the year. Haggard shoots this one into left field. Standing there is Colin Donnelly. He makes the catch, tagging and scoring Tyler Goss, 9-3 Alliance. Sack fly RBI, Chris Sawatsky. So there are 2 down now. Alliance on their 9th batter to the plate. This is Steve Maurice. Maurice grounded out to the first baseman Joe Meisner, and that ended the first inning. Six runs across in this. Top of the 2nd for Merritton. And their lead has ballooned. Two-0 in the dirt. 3 ball, no strike to Maurice. That one gets away from Ackland as well, ball 4. Second walk issued this inning, 3rd of the night. And Stonewall Jackson coming back out. I think he's seen enough. Ackland's willingly chucking the ball towards him. He's not even going to let Stonewall Jackson come to the mound. Looks like Blair McNeil will come into the ball game. We'll give him a chance to warm up, take a break. When we come back, 9-3 Alliance over the Cobras, top 2, 2 down. We'll be right back. So, Blair McNeil's all warmed up, ready to go. And we're back underway from George Taylor Field here on this Saturday night. We will give you the wrap on Blair McNeil in just a moment. And this is tapped. Ramundo. Nari's got to fire in time, and he does just that. So Blair McNeil comes in and throws 1 pitch, and the inning is retired. 6 runs come across in the 2nd inning for the Merritton Alliance. They lead at 9-3 as we head to the bottom of the 2nd. Stick with us through the break. Yeah, welcome back, baseball fans, to the bottom of the second inning. You got Alliance 9, Cobras 3. That was a rough half inning for Reed Ackland and the Cobras. Multiple errors, 5 hits, couple walks. So they'll look to get those back here in the bottom half. They did just that in the first inning, so it's not outlandish. But the Cobras have struggled offensively all season. 9 runs is a tall ask. Yeah, the Cobras haven't scored 9 runs in a game all season. 7 runs twice. And that's the top. So leading things off, Colin Donnelly. He's down, or he's facing Zach DeCare. It's 2-1. And it's popped up and back. This is going to hit the roof. Oh, okay, I guess not. Pop straight back and over. 2-2. DeCare winds the 2-2 to Donnelly. Falls a bit inside. Full count. Donnelly looking to reach base safely just as he did in the first inning to kick things off. Inside, ball 4. Donnelly happy he's escaping that one unscathed. That one nearly caught him. So, leadoff walk issued by Zach DeCare. And now this will bring up Owen Nari. Nari reached on an error by the first baseman Dave Davidson. Ball was fielded cleanly by Mateo Raimondo at shortstop, and Davidson could not handle the throw. On the ground, could be 2. DeCare not even looking towards second. Just gets the runner at first, 1 down. So Donnelly to second. And there's 1 out now for Steve Derry. Derry walked and scored back in the first inning. DeCare fires. That one's down low, ball 1. Derry coming in 217 on the year, 46 at bats for the Cobras vet. Takes a swing at that one, 1-1. Derry's a put the ball in play kind of player. Just 8 strikeouts in 46 at bats. I think the game plan for Merritton today is for DeCare to get to the 4th inning so they can let Chris Heckley take over from there. See what happens. As DeCare has bumbled his way through the first 4 outs of this ball game. Three and 1 to Derry. Cut on and missed, strike 2. Good pitch from DeCare there. When he needed a strike, he delivered. Payoff pitch. Donnelly at second will stay put, and Derry grounds that one foul down the left side. DeCare sets. The 3-2 again to Steve Derry. Crushed into center field, a base hit. That one's going to get past Drew Chappelle. And Colin Donnelly's going to score by virtue of that. RBI single, Steve Derry. And we get 9-4 now. Cobras doing their best to erase deficits early on. Which is fine. The only problem is you would much rather not get into the deficit situation to begin with. The 9 runs in 2 innings seems nearly unsurmountable. So first pitch falls upstairs, and this is Ryan Gaznick now, the catcher. Sac fly RBI for Gaz in the first. He was the first out of the inning for the Cobras. That one misses again, 2-0. Gaznick watches that one sail up and in. 3 balls, no strike. DeCare needs a strike. Delivers. Right down the gut. 3-1. I'll reiterate that it seems like DeCare can throw strikes when he wants to. It's just being too liberal with those first 3. Big cut there from Gaznick. Green light on 3-1 there, no doubt. He was looking for that fastball and he got it. A payoff situation again for Zach DeCare. This time to Ryan Gaznick in the dirt. Ball 4. So another walk issued by DeCare. That's his 5th one already in the ball game, and it comes with 1 out here in the second. Up comes Joe Meisner. Joe walked and made his way to third base. Cobras left him loaded in the first. First pitch from DeCare is true. Strike 1. Also, the scoreboard's getting a lot easier to operate. A little bit more natural. Jack of all trades up here in the booth at George Taylor tonight. DeCare fires that one. That's down low. 1-1. Sorry, I got 1 ball, 2 strike now on Joe Meisner. Sails away, 2-2. Oh. Yeah, no, we had it right. 2-1. On the ground, could be 2. That's playing second tonight. It's Curtis Haggard at second base, making the play just to get 1. Ryan Gaznick going to come and sub off for a pinch runner. So runners at second and third, 2 down, and Matt Skubal stands in. Skubal making a spot start tonight. He's playing second base. This is just his 3rd game in the field all season. Now to 6 at-bats with no hits. Big swing for Skubal, strike 2. Skubal hasn't played much in the field, but he's having an MVP season on the mound. Working hard for the Cobras, pitching many innings. 1.65 ERA is good for tops among eligible pitchers in the NDBA. Skubal jammed a bit. Raimundo's got to charge it fast, and he's not going to have a play on Skubal. No way. Infield hit for Matt Skubal. It's his first one of the year, and it's an RBI. Make it 9-5. Alliance over the Cobras here in the bottom of the second. So 2 down, inning continues, and this is Cole Stewart. Runners are on the corners. Gaznick, well, Joe Meisner's over at third. And Matt Skubal at first, just saw him, RBI single. Inside to Cole Stewart, 2-0. Cole coming in 233 on the season in 30 at-bats. Reached on an error back in the first inning. We say back in the first inning, although it seems like an eternity ago now. Caught on and missed. Sounds like Stewart got a piece of it. 2-1. We're only in the bottom of the second, and we've already eclipsed the 1 hour mark on the stream. It's in for a marathon matchup tonight. On the ground, Haggard scoops at second. He bobbles for a minute, and he loses it. Chucks it away. Meisner in to score. We have seen some ugly baseball tonight on the part of both squads. An unearned run again. Again, Zach DeCare. Steve Maurice out to talk about that one with Dave Davidson and the catcher Mark Fusco. Everything's sorted out. And this marathon of an inning continues. 9 runs between the two teams here in this second inning. And here comes Chris Habjan. He walked back in the first inning. Patience paid off. Cobra stranded him at first base. Stewart going. Owen's missing outside, and no throw from Fusco. 2 balls, no strike. That's Cole Stewart's second stolen base on the evening already. Hadjen cuts on that and fouls it back. Still 2 down in the inning. Cole Stewart at second. And that's Matt Skubal over at third base. Another foul back from Habjan. 2-2. Pitcher Reed Ackland is on deck. And it looks like actually Blair McNeil just popped onto the right side of your screen. Is going to hit for Ackland as well as take over a pitcher. Habjan on the ground. Chance for Haggard to redeem himself. And Davidson's going to miss that one as well. What is happening on defense tonight? That one looked like a very catchable ball for Dave Davidson at first base. That's his second error on the game. 2 more runs come across for the Cobras. Make it 9-8. Cobras exceeding their season high in runs, and it's only the second inning. The inning continues now. This is Blair McNeil. Still 2 down. Cut on and missed by McNeil. And he's quickly in the hole 0-2. Cobras send 9 batters to the dish in both innings so far. Strike 3. Good snag by Fusco. Second strikeout from DeCare is the final out of the second inning. So the Cobras strike back with 5 runs of their own, exceed their season high in runs, and it's only in the second. Stick with us through the break. We got a good one. And welcome back, baseball fans, to the top of the third inning. This has been a wild ball game so far. 9-8. Teams combining for 11 runs in that second inning. And let's see if the pitching can start to settle in a little bit. Blair McNeil threw 1 pitch to get out of that top of the second inning, and now he's going to get a full inning of his own to work. He's got to deal with Drew Chappelle, Cole Cote, and Mark Fusco, the 1-2-3 batters for Merritton. Breaking ball falls in for a strike. So we were about to give you the sitch on Blair McNeil this season. Cobras have worked him a lot. Second on the team, 36 1/3 innings pitched, only behind Matt Skubal. 27 earned runs for a 5.20 ERA, 24 strikeouts, and 23 walks. That's all you need to know about Blair McNeil. He's going to throw a lot of pitches today. Popped up. Running in a long way, Cole Stewart in center field, and he makes the catch, 1 down. Cole Stewart manning center field tonight. He covers a lot of ground out there for the Cobras. So for the first time tonight, the leadoff man is retired. And now Cole Cote stands in. RBI single, his last time up. That one fired right back. Under the glove of Scooble, a base hit. Cote is going to round first hard. Cutting that one off is Cole Stewart in center field. One out single for Cole Cote. Give him 2 hits on the afternoon already. I think McNeil saw his life flash before his eyes a bit there too. That one, a comebacker by definition. There comes Mark Fusco now, 1 for 1 with a walk. He's scored in both of his trips to the plate tonight. Takes a first pitch strike from McNeil. Runner going. That one's missing away. Stolen base for Cole Cote. Fusco's batting .321 on the season coming in. 53 at bats and 7 RBI. McNeil motions to the plate, and that one falls out. Bouncer gets away. Cote goes up to third base. Wild pitches aplenty tonight. 3-1 to Mark Fusco. Bounces in again, ball 4. First walk issued by McNeil tonight. And runners are on the corners with 1 out. This is Dave Davidson. Chance to tack on some more RBIs. He's at 3 already. 2-run home run and an RBI single for Davidson tonight. 3rd at bat already here in the 3rd inning. Runner going. No throw from Gaznick as he learned his lesson on that one. How about a stolen base for Mark Fusco? In the dirt again for McNeil. Two balls to Dave Davidson. Shot upstairs. McNeil struggling to find the zone here in the 3rd. A 3-1 to Davidson. Breaking ball. Missing again. Sorry, now we got 3-1. Hitters count. Let's see what Davidson does with it. Towering shot. This is high but not deep. Cole Stewart has room, and he makes the grab. Tagging in scoring will be Cole Cote, sorry. Make it 10-8. Sac fly RBI gave Davidson 4 ribbies on the night already. Shot missing there. This is Tyler Goss. Goss is 1 for 2, strikeout in the 1st, RBI single in the 2nd. breaking ball from McNeil. Doesn't quite fall in. 2-0. Mark Fusco is at third base. 2 down in the inning. Shot in there from Blair McNeil. Strike 1. What a great night for baseball we got. Not a cloud in the sky over St. Catharines tonight. Fair weather. Goss on the ground. Matt Skubal picks it up this time. He fires in time. Matt Skubal completes an out for the St. Catharines Cobras at second base. He's had a hard time over there so far tonight. Alliance only pick up 1 run. That's the least amount we've had so far. It's been a wild one. 10-8 as we go to the bottom of the third. Stick with us through the break. And welcome back, baseball fans, to the bottom of the third inning in our game between the Alliance and Cobras. 10-8 is the score for the visiting team. Of course, both teams are native to George Taylor Field. Zach DeCare back on the hill for Merritton, and he's got to deal with Colin Donnelly, Owen Nari, and Steve Derry, the 1-2-3 batters for St. Catharines. St. Catharines batting around in both innings to the tune of 8 runs. DeCare is going to try to get through one more inning. I think this will be his last, no matter what happens. It's just speculation on my part, though. 3-0 to Donnelly. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. Donnelly has scored in both of his plate appearances tonight. Also, I was looking in the half inning at the promo art that I made for tonight's game. You got Jeff Young, Corey Stewart. Neither of those players are in the ball game tonight, but what's interesting is when I was putting it together, I didn't really notice, and I was checking it out in between innings last inning there, and basically looks like Jeff Young is trying to hit an unsuspecting Corey Stewart with a baseball. I think he's right in line to hit him in the face. I didn't notice that when I was putting it together. And now I can't unsee it. Leadoff walk to Colin Donnelly. He's reached all 3 times tonight. It's the only player so far. Oh, sorry, Mark Fusco has reached all 3 times tonight as well. Donnelly going. Nari showing bunt. The throw is a good one, and they got him. Mark Fusco's throw was right on the money, right where it needed to be to get Colin Donnelly trying to steal 1 down. So now there's 1 out. Owen Nari's the batter. Nari 0 for 2 has reached on an error. And grounded out. Nari, one of those players that's playing in the field tonight. It's a little atypical. This one's popped up and will get back. Stayed in play. I don't think Mark Fusco saw it off the bat. 2 strikes on Owen Nari. Zach DeCare just looking to preserve this lead. He's allowed 3 runs and then 5 runs. Shot down the right side. Look out. That one's off the fascia of the Merritton Alliance dugout. Hot shot. Oh no, sorry. Cobras are over there tonight. Cobras are in the home dugout. So Nari trying a little friendly fire. On the ground, hot shot past Tyler Goss. A base hit. Nari thinking 2, and his turn is aggressive. Knows better than to test the arm out there of Cole Cote. So that's just the 3rd hit of the night for St. Catharines. Sorry, 4th hit for St. Catharines. Comes with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. It's a good 2-strike hit from Nari. Choked it up. Pulled it. Got it really in tight. Between Tyler Goss and the bag at 3rd, there's not a lot of room. So to the plate for the 3rd time tonight is Steve Derry. 1 for 1 with a walk. RBI single in the 2nd, and whoa, look out. Care nearly took his head off on that one. Shot's gonna fall in. I think we got 2 and 1 at this stage. 1 ball, 2 strike to Steve Derry. Runner going. Strike 3. Gaznick down to 2nd. The throw, or sorry, Fusco down to 2nd. The throw was not as on target as the last one was. Stolen base for Nari. Strikeout for Zach DeCare. Hits 3rd of the night. And there are 2 down in the inning. So this has been DeCare's best inning so far. He's managed to retire 2 of the first 3. And now this is Ryan Gaznick. Sac fly RBI back in the 1st. He's also walked and scored. On the ground. Under the glove of Tyler Goss at 3rd. Nari's charging home. The throw is way over the head. Cole Cote's arm is strong. We've seen him throw the ball before, and he misjudged that one by quite a bit. RBI single for Ryan Gaznick, make it 10-9 now. Cobra's chewing back in every inning so far. And you got to give them credit, because this is a team that coming into tonight had not scored more than 7 runs in a ball game. And they'll thank the Merritton Alliance for helping them out at nearly every stage. 4 errors for the visiting team tonight is an unsavory sight. But the Cobras have been scrappy and they haven't gone away, and the result is they trail in this game by just 1 run. Still 2 down in the inning. It's Gaznick over at second base. Foul back. This is Joe Meisner. Meisner is 0 for 1. Walked and was stranded at third back in the first inning. Currently down 1-2 in the count against Zach DeCare. He's just looking to get himself out of this inning. Got him! Strike 3! Good pitch from DeCare. That's his 4th strikeout of the ball game, and it retires the side in the third. Cobras get 1 back. Trail 10-9. It's a good ball game shaping up here from George Taylor Field. We'll be right back with the top of the 4th. Stick with us through the break. And welcome back, baseball fans, to the top of the 4th inning. I'm just prepping the banner. I was kind of lazy between innings there. Top 4, Curtis Hager, Chris Rotsky, and Steve Maurice. The 6, 7, and 8 batters are due up in this half inning to face Blair McNeil back out for his 2nd complete inning in relief of Reed Ackland tonight. McNeil had a pretty good 3rd inning in which he only coughed up a run. Looking to keep his team in it now. Cobras have struck for at least a run in every inning, so if McNeil can hold them here, our odds are good. Scooble's got to take a couple steps back, and he makes the easy play there. 1 down. Scooble starting at second base tonight, not his regular spot. That's a pitcher. And the Alliance have been picking on him tonight a lot. They're shooting every ball they can to Matt Scooble. That's his 2nd straight play that he's made, though. Maybe he's settling in a little bit. Chris Sawatsky now stands in, takes a first pitch strike from Blair McNeil. My voice broke a little bit there. Yikes. Another breaking ball for McNeil. Doesn't get down. Audibly exasperated after that one. 1-1 to Chris Sawatsky. Sawatsky shoots into center field. Jumping Owen Nari. And that one's going to plop in for a base hit. I thought he may have caught that one. So Sawatsky on the board. That's his first hit of the evening. And it comes with one down here in the fourth. Keep the line moving for Steve Maurice. Maurice 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out to first and walked. Change up from McNeil, doesn't draw, ball one. Another shot, that one blocked by Gaznik, holding Chris Sawatsky at first base. 2-0. I find that with McNeil, a lot of the times, he pitches well when the bases are clear. It's when the runners are on that he's got to come out of the stretch, and he can't deliver quite as well. Diving Steve Derry, he's not going to get there. Nari's got to come up with a strong throw. It's not in time to beat the hustling Steve Maurice infield hit for Merritton's DH tonight. Merritton now up to double-digit hits on the evening. Everyone but Drew Chappelle on the board. Popped up. This is Mateo Raimondo. Steve Derry down the third baseline makes the grab, 2 down. So we'll cycle through the order for the fourth time now. This is Mateo Raimondo. He's reached on an error twice and scored. He's also flied out to center field. 0 for 3. Raimondo grounds softly. Derry charging. He's got to fire quickly, and he does. Good stab by Joe Meisner at first base to retire the side. So for the first time tonight, no runs come across in a half inning. 10-9 Alliance over the Cobras as we make our way to the second half of this ball game. Stick with us through the break. Yeah, welcome back, baseball fans, to the bottom of the fourth inning in our live coverage here between the St. Catharines Cobras and Merritton Alliance. Second half of the ball game. It's the Battle of St. Catharines on this Saturday night. I think we've only had 2 Saturday night games all season, this one included. And we got a good one here for you, 10-9. The Cobras haven't scored more than 7 runs all year, and they're already cooking in this one. This is Matt Skubal taking bats for the 3rd time tonight. He had his first hit of the season back in the 2nd inning. That was against Zach DeCare. This is a brand new pitcher for Merritton. Not often is my intuition correct, but Chris Heckley is in the ball game to start the 4th inning for Merritton. So 1-2 to Matt Skubal. Got him, strike 3. Chris Heckley looking good out of the gate. 1 down. Coming up now is Cole Stewart. Stewart has shot to second base twice tonight, and Curtis Haggard has awarded him the base. So reached twice on an error, 0 for 2. Takes one in the dirt for ball 1. Shot into center field. That's going to plop down in front of Drew Chappelle and actually roll under his glove. Heads up base running by Cole Stewart. He recognizes that, and he stands at second base with a 1-out double. If you're Drew Chappelle in center field, you've got to bear down on that baseball. That's the difference between 1 or 2 bags, and at this point, Cole Stewart is the tying run. So Stewart aboard. Here comes Chris Habjan, 3rd time through. Walked and made his way to first. Reached on an error and was again stranded at first base. Cobras have done well to score tonight, but have not cashed in as many opportunities as they could have. Habjan, hard hit ball into center field over the sprawling Drew Chappelle. Stewart's rounding 3rd, and he's going to get the wave home. The throw there is not in time. Cole Stewart's slide was a little bit awkward, and he is writhing in pain a bit. Just going to shake that one off quickly. RBI double for Chris Habjan. We got ourselves a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 4th. That is also Chris Habjan's first hit of the season. Mind you, just 3 games under his belt to date. That's his 8th plate appearance. And a timely double ties this ball game up. Still 1 down in the inning, and top of the order. Oh, sorry, no, this is Blair McNeil. And to right center, a base hit. Blair's going to take the turnaround first. He's going to second base, and he's going to get in there. RBI double for Blair McNeil. Cobras have their first lead of the ball game here in the bottom of the 4th. So Chris Heckley getting swatted around a bit here. In his first inning of work, he's got 1 out. And now it's the top of the order, Colin Donnelly. Good breaking ball from Heckley there, strike 1. Donnelly's 1 for 1. Walked and scored in the second, singled and scored in the first. He walked and was caught stealing in the last inning. And now it's the fourth, and we've already seen Donnelly 4 times. Cobras looking for more. McNeil at second, 1 out. 1-1 to Colin Donnelly from Chris Heckley. Outside, 2-1. I'm operating the scoreboard tonight, as well as doing your commentary for the stream. I keep my own scorebook. I do the production of the stream. This is a multitasking job tonight. Into right field, that's going to fall in for a base hit. Blair McNeil was waiting on the result of that one. He's going to scoot down to third. Another hit for Donnelly. He's 2 for 2 on the evening. And the Cobras are crushing baseballs tonight. Seems to be an awakening game for them. I was chatting with some of the guys in the dugout before the game. They said they needed something to boost some confidence. Well, looky here. On the ground, Curtis Haggard just flips to his left. In time. 2 down. Donnelly to second on the play, and McNeil scores, so make it 12-10 now. That shot's going to plunk Steve Derry. And when Chris Heckley's pitching, you're willing to wear that one all day. Heckley does not throw very hard. That one was headed right for Steve Derry, and he does not flinch. He just takes the free base. (12-10). Cobras have their first lead of the night. Not done yet. 2 down. Ryan Gasnick stands in. Shot misses outside from Chris Heckley. That one inside, 2-0. If Gasnick reaches, the Cobras will have batted around 3 out of the 4 innings so far tonight. And that's if Gasnick reaches. In the dirt, 3-0. That one's going to sail away. Derry to second, Donnelly to third base. Single could cash 2. Gasnick has 2 RBI already tonight. Sac fly RBI on the first and an RBI single in the third. Been a lot of that going around tonight. 22 runs between the 2 teams in 4 innings. This is a game's worth of offense in just half a game. Inside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Ryan Gasnick. And as I mentioned, that means the Cobras will have batted around in 3 of the first 4 innings. They are in uncharted waters right now. Nari runs for Gasnick. 2-out catcher rule. There's Joe Meisner now. Walked in the first, grounded out in the second, and struck out in the third. First pitch misses outside from Heckley. Bases juice, 2 out. Chance for Meisner to put some distance between themselves and the Alliance here. 2-0. Notice too that Number 32 has taken over at first base for Dave Davidson. I wonder. There's some action in the bullpen. So could we see actually a Dave Davidson pitching appearance tonight? That would be something for the stream, wouldn't it? Shot in there for a strike. Another shot in there from Heckley. Battling back in this count. Two-two to Joe Meisner. Cut on and miss. Strike three. Meisner down on strikes for the second time tonight, and Heckley makes his way out of the bottom of the fourth. Cobras tack on 3 more runs, take the first lead of the night, 12-10, as we move to the 5th inning. Stick with us through the break. Welcome back, baseball fans, to the top of the 5th inning. We got Cobras 12, Alliance 10. Cobras grabbing their first lead of the ball game in that last half inning. Blair McNeil is back out for this half of the 5th, and he's got to deal with Cole Cote, Mark Fusco, and Dave Davidson, the 2-3-4 batters for Merritton. Up top, 2 balls and a strike. McNeil had the first clean inning of the game back in the 4th. Teams have scored in all of the half innings outside of that so far tonight. It's down 3-1 to Cole Cote. Leadoff batter here in the 5th. In the dirt, ball 4. Oh, sorry, now we got 3-1. So Gaznick going to come out and talk to McNeil about it. Having a solid outing so far tonight. Just 1 run in his 2 innings of work. He's really settled into this one and allowed his team to claw back and take the lead. 3-1 to Cole. Inside, ball 4. McNeil issues the leadoff walk to Cole. And that'll bring up Mark Fusco now. Fusco 1 for 1 tonight. He's drawn a couple of walks, 2 runs scored. McNeil's just going to check on Cole over there. Already a stolen base off him tonight. I mentioned this in the last half inning, but McNeil pitches really well when the bases are clear. It's from the stretch that he begins to waver a bit. First pitch falls in for a strike against Mark Fusco. Breaking ball falls outside of the zone. 1-1. In the top of the 5th inning, we're nearing the 2-hour mark here from George Taylor tonight. Another breaking ball from McNeil is fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strike. Fusco's got 7 RBI coming into tonight's action. And this is a guy that last year played so well that he was in the MVP conversation. Hot shot. Too much for Steve Derry to handle over there at third base. He took that one right off the midsection. Steve indicating he's all right to his teammates. No worse for wear on that one. It's another single for Mark Fusco. Give him 2 hits on the evening. Yeah, we're just taking a look at Fusco from last year. 17 RBIs. He batted .451. 17 games. That was, of course, on a Merritton team that won a lot more ball games. Finished 15-7 last year. So 2 runners on, nobody out, and Dave Davidson, already a 2-run home run tonight, takes the first pitch strike from McNeil. Runner going. Shot into left field, the base hit. Colin Donnelly's going to throw the ball in, but there's going to be no play at the plate for Cole who scores the 11th run of the ball game for Merritton. RBI single, Dave Davidson. And he is raking tonight. That's 5 RBI for number 21. Give him 17 ribbies on the year. Line keeps moving. This is Tyler Goss, the third baseman. Takes first pitch in the dirt. Curious enough, no action in the St. Catharines bullpen. I don't think they have enough players for that tonight. Shot gets past Ryan Gasnick. He's got no play. Runners advance on the pass ball. Two balls to Tyler Goss. Alliance have chipped away at the lead. Is now just 1 run. And runners at second and third, nobody out. Just a bit upstairs from McNeil, 3-0. Who else do the Cobras have that can throw? Matt Scoobles in the lineup tonight, playing second base. That's your best bet. You also got Owen Nari at short. Chris Habjan also. He's in right field and can toss. 4-pitch walk issued by McNeil, and Stonewall Jackson coming to the mound, as is the rest of the Cobras infield. Gotta wonder if this is the spot where they're going to turn to the pen once again. It's a tight ball game, and a win tonight puts them in good position to leapfrog the Thorold Anchors in the standings. They have to win again Tuesday night for that. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this game is kind of a wash. Really doesn't matter what happens. If the Cobras win Tuesday night, they're able to jump over the Thorold Anchors in the standings, and they'll have a bit more of a favorable matchup. They're in line to play Beamsville as of right now. Beamsville, one of the hottest teams in the NDBA. Thorold, meanwhile, is set to play Fort Erie, the way things stack up right now. Fort Erie is on kind of a downturn in terms of production at the moment. So here's Curtis Haggard now, number 18 for the Merritton Alliance. Comes in batting 136 on the year. He's 1 for 3 tonight. No RBI for Haggard, so he could get off of that snide with any kind of hit here. On the ground. Derry is going to go home with it. The throw is offline. McNeil can't believe it. E5. And this game is tied once again. 12-12 in the top of the 5th inning. Is it too soon to call this one a barn burner? I think we're in barn burner territory. Jeff Young's in the comments saying Heck's gonna give it to you. Can we call Heck DMX from now on? Shot from Haggard. Third base for 1. Another run comes across. Chris Sawatsky sacrifice RBI. Third run comes in on the inning. Oh, that is the wrong team to give his point to. 13-12 Alliance now. And now we got Steve Maurice on the ground. Right back to McNeil, who fires to first for 1. That's all he's going to get. Fielder's choice. So now 2 down. Sawatsky to second, Curtis Haggard to third, and this is the shortstop, Mateo Raimondo. Raimondo's 1 for 3 tonight. Takes a first pitch ball for McNeil. Breaking ball. Fouled back by Raimondo. One and 1. Raimondo's 1 for 3. He singled and scored back in the second inning. And this one's on the ground to Steve Derry. He's got to make a good, strong throw. He's not going to have a play. Boy, Derry was on the inside of the grass on the third base side. And he could not cleanly handle the ground ball. Raimondo, with the speed, is able to get down the line quickly and extend this Alliance lead. It's now 14-12. Popped up left side, or right side, sorry, foul. This is Drew Chappelle, the 9th batter of the inning for Merritton. Already come across for 4 runs in this inning. And looking for more. 2 down. The runner at second is Chris Sawatsky. And Mateo Raimondo stands at first base. You can see them. Well, you can't really see Raimondo right now. Actually, you can't really see both the runners. Popped. Into right field. Playable. Habjan not going to get there. Coming around Chris Sawatsky. He's going to score on his way to second with a stand-up double. Is Drew Chappelle. So every Alliance member now has at least a single. And it is 15-12. Here in the top of the 5th. I'm going to have to see in between innings where this one is in terms of highest scoring games on the year. We got to be creeping up into that territory now. So pop down the right side. This is going to get back out of play. And we got Cole Cote again for the second time this inning. Walked and scored earlier on in this 5th. Mark Fusco on deck behind him. This is already the 5th time through the order. That one's going to miss. Runners are at second and third, 2 out in the 5th. Fouled back, 1-1. Oh, 1-2, sorry. McNeil trying to put this one behind him. The 1-2 to Cole Cote. Reaches back. Grabs the outside corner. Strike 3. Great pitch from McNeil to get Cole Cote looking. Retires the side in the 5th, but not before the Alliance can tack on 5 more runs. Make it 15-12. I'm going to check where this one ranks in terms of highest scoring games in this calendar year. Be right back. Stick with us through the break. Now, welcome back, NDBA fans, to the bottom of the 5th inning. I just did my research in between the half innings there. So those 5 runs by the Alliance helped us eclipse the highest scoring game in the NDBA this season. It's official. The previous high was 23, and that was a 13-10 Beamsville win over the Welland Pioneers back on June 25th. Popped up on the infield and caught by Ty Goss. Basket catch for Goss there, 1 down. Chris Heckley back up for his second inning of work. And he's going to have to deal with Cole Stewart. Stewart has reached in all 3 at-bats. Mind you, 2 of those were by virtue of an error on the second baseman, Chris Sawatsky. So, first pitch outside from Heckley, 1-0. Stewart pops up. Raimondo waiting under it at short. 2 down. So what's going on? A quick inning. So here comes Chris Habjan. He's also reached safely in all 3 plate appearances tonight. RBI double his last time up. And that gave the Cobras their first lead of the night. It was 11-10 at that point. And there's strike 2. A double was also Habjan's first hit on the season. In 8 tries, swung on and missed, strike 3. So how about that inning from Chris Heckley? A 1-2-3 fifth. First clean inning of the night. To the 6th we go. Alliance up 15-12. Stick with us through the break. Hey there, welcome back, baseball fans, to the top of the 6th inning. This is the highest scoring game in the NDBA in 2023. It only took us until the second last game of the season to get there. Alliance 15, Cobras 12. Straight barn burner tonight. Blair McNeil back out for the 6th inning. This is his 4th inning of work. Gave up a 5 spot in that last half, and surprised to see him back out here. Derry, down the left side, out of your screen view, but he makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the top of the 6th. Here comes Dave Davidson. RBI, 5 of them tonight for number 21. He's up to 17 on the year. At least 1 RBI in every at-bat. Got nobody on in this one, though. Of course, the big shot was his 2-run home run over the right field wall back in the 1st inning. That got the game underway in a big hurry. Shot misses down low, 2 balls to Dave Davidson. Sailing away from Davidson there, 3-0. Looking at a guy who's starting to turn it around in terms of offense production, and it's at the right time. Good pitch from McNeil there for a strike. 3-1. Playoffs right around the corner. On the ground, Matt Skubal. Plenty of time to toss over. Throws out Davidson. 2 down. Now we're in unfamiliar territory. This is this game has had a lot of miscues, misplays. Don't even really know how to describe what's going on here tonight. Things that are usually automatic are just falling apart, but we've got 5 consecutive outs now. This is Tyler Goss taking a first pitch strike from McNeil. Goss is 1 for 3 tonight. RBI single back in the second. And he's also drawn a walk. Outside 1-1. That was the jack of all trades tonight. We're doing the broadcast here up in the booth. Running the mic, doing the play-by-play. I produce the show every night. And then we're also running the scoreboard tonight. So, taking on a couple of extracurriculars. We're having a fun time up here. Thanks for hanging out with me on this Saturday night. I honestly thought nobody would hang out with me tonight. Wouldn't blame you. It's the long weekend. There's a lot of events going on in Niagara this week. You got Canal Days, Rib Fest, just to name a couple. And you guys chose to hang out with me here on stream. Thank you for that. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dave Davidson. There are 2 out here in the 6th. Breaking ball. Doesn't get down. Upstairs. Full count. Sorry, this is not Dave Davidson. This is Tyler Goss. Payoff pitch from McNeil. 2 down in the 6th. Popped him up. This should be playable for Meisner down the right side. You're going to lose him on your screen there. He does make the catch. So back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. We're moving now here from George Taylor Field. Bottom 6 coming up. Cobras looking to erase that 3-run deficit. Stick with us through the break. Welcome back, baseball fans, to the bottom of the 6th inning. Alliance 15, Cobras 12. This game isn't quite over yet. Chris Heckley. 3rd inning of work for Heck. He's pitched in the 4th, 5th, and now the 6th inning. And the first pitch is fouled back by Blair McNeil, the pitcher. Oh, sorry, we don't have Blair McNeil. Oh, yeah, we do have Blair McNeil there. That's right. McNeil doubled his last time up. He's also got a strikeout tonight. Takes a pitch inside there, 1-1. I actually hadn't looked at McNeil batting on the season. And yeah, that was his second hit of the year. He's actually batting 500 in 4 bats. So good on McNeil so far. Especially for a team that struggles to produce offensively. Popped up, right side, Sigloski. Looked like he struggled a bit with the lighting there in the sky. 1 down. Cobras will turn over the lineup. This is the 5th time through for them now, and Colin Donnelly stands in. Colin's 2 for 2 tonight, couple of walks, couple of runs. Doing everything a leadoff batter should tonight. Taking away there, 2-0. The patience at the plate tonight for the Cobras against Merritton pitching. Zach DeCara walked a bunch of batters. Donnelly, left side. Coming on there is Cole Cote. He makes the grab, 2 down. And boy, after just runs on runs on runs, we're running into a little streak here of players retired. That's 12 straight. No, that's entirely wrong. That's 9 straight, both teams combined. And now we got Owen Nari, 5th time through. Takes a first pitch outside from Heckley. Nari is 1 for 4 tonight. Fielder's choice twice. Reached on an error in the first. Single back in the 3rd inning. Big swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Heckley's now retired 7 batters in a row. To the 7th inning we go. Alliance enjoying a 15-12 lead. Stick with us through the break. Oh, welcome back, baseball fans. Penultimate frame, top of the 7th. Alliance up 15-12. This is the highest scoring game in the NDBA this year. Previous high was 23 runs. That was a 13-10 Beamsville Yellow Jackets win over the Welland Pioneers back on June 25th. And what started out as Murphy's Law baseball game has turned into quite a settle down show here. So Curtis Haggard will lead things off for Merritton in this half inning, followed by Chris Sawatsky and Steve Maurice, the 6, 7, 8 batters for Merritton. Haggard shot down the left side, foul. No, sorry, this is Will Segloski in place of Curtis Haggard. So I wonder if Haggard come out of the ball game. Shot downstairs. 3 balls and a strike to Will Segloski. Cut on and miss, strike 2. McNeil sat him down 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. Let's see what he gives Will Segloski here. Payoff pitch. Popped him up. Cole Stewart's got to come in a long way to make this play, and nobody's going to get there. So Segloski finds a hole on the shallow outfield grass, and he's aboard to lead off the 7th inning. So let's bring up Chris Sawatsky now. Sawatsky is 1 for 3 tonight. Sorry, 1 for 2. Sack fly, RBI back in the 2nd. Takes first pitch in the dirt. Both teams had very short benches coming in tonight. I don't even think the Cobras were able to make a substitution anywhere. Blair McNeil was the reserve pitcher and sat on the bench for the most part of, or for the better part of the game until he was brought in the 3rd. And now I believe it's just Reed Ackland all alone over there. 1-1 to Chris Sawatsky. Cut on and miss, strike 2. Good change up there from McNeil. So you got Segloski at first, nobody out in the 7th. Alliance with a 3-run lead. The 1-2. Downstairs. Segloski just kind of fell back into the bag there. Garnered a couple of laughs from the crowd over there. Cheering from the Alliance section. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McNeil trying to throw the chair to Chris Sawatsky. Shot right to Owen Nari. He's got a chance to double him up. Good scoop by Derry just to keep the ball in play. So 1 down. Good snag there by Owen Nari at shortstop. And this will bring up Steve Maurice. Maurice 1 for 3 tonight. Single back in the 4th. He's also got a walk. Shot down low, ball 1. McNeil's worked a lot for the St. Catharines Cobras this year in his first season since coming over from Fort Erie. Nari to Scooble for 1, on to first, double play! Cobras flashing some of that award-winning defense that they put on display all season long. And they erase Alliance runners in the 7th. They need a few more runs to break even in this one. Boy, you'd hate to see them drop it. 15-12. Cobras trail the Alliance as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Stick with us through the break. Yeah, welcome back, baseball fans, to the bottom of the 7th inning. I'm just going to adjust the camera quick. Let's see. There we go. That's the view we've been enjoying all night. Quick battery change in between innings. So we got Chris Heckley out for the bottom of the 7th, looking for some kind of save. Is there a 12-out save in baseball? I think he gets the win at this point. Either way, I'll clarify a little bit my comments at the end of last inning. You would hate to see the Cobras drop the first game in which they score more than 10 runs all year. Forget that. More than 9 runs all year. And they're going to lose it. Boy, that would be a shame. Not over yet, though. They're only trailing by 3 runs. And they got Steve Derry, Ryan Gaznick, and Joe Meisner due up. Mind you, Chris Heckley has retired 7 in a row. See what he gives here to Steve Derry. Ball away. No idea what the count is. I was lost in speech. Heckley fires. Derry gets a hold of it and sends it to straightaway center field. Drew Chappelle has been manning that part of the field all night. 1 down. So up comes Ryan Gaznick now. Gaz is 1 for 2 tonight. No, 1 for 1. Sac fly RBI is not an at-bat. 1 for 1. RBI single back in the 3rd. He's got a couple RBI tonight. Give him 13 on the year. That first one from Heckley sails way up and out. Ball 1. Thank you for tuning in for this bottom of the 7th. Definitely not for sure over yet. That one sails right above my head over here on the booth. Gaz down in the hole. Oh, or sorry, 1-1. Not in the hole. I'm losing it towards the end part of this game. We're 2.5 hours in. Good breaking ball from Heckley. Doesn't get the call. Heckley has retired 8 in a row now. 3-0, or it's 3-1, sorry, to Ryan Gaznick. Shot in there for strike 2. Heckley won't beat you with the speed, but he will place those pitches right where he wants them. Payoff to Gaznick. Upstairs, ball 4. That's what you call a strategic miss for Chris Heckley. He was looking to get Gaz to bite on that high fastball. He does no such thing, and the Cobras have a runner on here in the 7th. And with no substitutions, this is the lineup that was given. Meisner coming up, Scooble on deck. Shot in there for strike 1. Meisner is 0 for 3 tonight. He's the only player in this ball game right now who does not have a hit. In there for strike 2. I guess if you want to include... Oh no, Chris Zaglotsky. Single in that last inning, yeah. He and Chris Sawatsky. Foul back, stays alive. Yeah, sorry. No, Chris Sawatsky, single. Yeah. Poor Joe Meisner. Everyone's getting in on the party but Joe tonight. That one flares outside. 1 ball, 2 strike. Jeff Young says Heckley just needs some time to get the train rolling. Boy, did he ever. He coughed up 3 in his first inning of work, and he has been very solid since. That one just missing in the outside corner. 2-2 to Meisner. Frank Eicher calling rally time. This is it. That one fouled off the mask of Fusco. He looks a little shaken up. No worse for wear.
Cobras have worked too hard in this ball game to just let it go. Season high 12 runs for them. Season high 27 for combined teams in one game this year. Two count to Joe Meisner. Ryan Gaznick is at first. And Meisner wastes another one. He's hanging in tough against Chris Heckley in his third time. No, it's only the second time Meisner's got to look at Heckley tonight. 2-2 again. Plunks him. Boy, you can really tell just how hard Chris Heckley is throwing the baseball. That is the second Cobra to unflinchingly be hit by one of his pitches to take the free base. Give Meisner credit because he knows the situation of the game. And he would much rather wear one and walk to first base than be the second out. One down. Tying run at the dish, it's Matt Skubal. Scoob's got his first hit of the season back in the second inning. It was an RBI single. Cut on and miss there, strike two. Alliance clinging to a 3-run lead. They got one out here in the bottom of the 7th. And Heckley's up 0-2 on Matt Skubal. Let's see what he gives him here. Popped up. Backing out of play. Redo the 0-2. And also, I got to give Skubal credit for hanging in tough at second base tonight. Alliance were picking on him on defense a little bit all night. Heckley cuts him down there. Strike three. Second out of the inning. And Cobras are down to their final 3 strikes now. This is Cole Stewart having one of the better evenings on the ground. Oh, and look at that. What a heads-up play by Ryan Gaznick. Baseball fanatics may have saw what Ryan Gaznick just did there on the base paths. He waited and stayed in the view of Mateo Raimondo at shortstop long enough for him to trip up. So E6... Mateo Raimondo charged with another error in this ball game, but that was all Ryan Gaznick there. He made that happen. Tying run at first base now. This is Chris Habjan. RBI double in this game already. Raimondo just gonna go to second, and that is the ball game. Boy, the Cobras rally hard in this game. Come back from deficits of 3, 6, and 2. Take the lead late. And then drop this one by the final of 15-12. Well, everyone, on behalf of the NDBA and myself, Corey LeBlanc, at That One News Guy on Twitter, we thank you so much for joining us for this live presentation of Senior Men's Baseball. We'll be back at it Tuesday night, when the St. Catharines Cobras travel to Thorold for the final regular season game. That'll take place at 7:30 at McMillan Park. We'll see you then. Have a great night, all. Thanks.